Chapter 1, Neil Rosenberg describes how homemade or vernacular music thrived in rural parts of America. As he explains, people immigrating to cities in that time brought this music and eventually found there was a market for these sounds from the country. There were recordings of country musicians made by the early 1920s, but scholars generally agree that the 1927 Bristol sessions mark the start of the first widespread country music recording boom. And it happened right here in our own backyard, up the road in Bristol, Tennessee, Virginia. Please listen carefully to the selections from these sessions in the media module for this week, especially the cuts from Jimmie Rodgers and the Carter family, who were the biggest stars to emerge from these recording sessions. The other big stars in this week's recordings are the brother duos, like Charlie and Bill Monroe, the Blue Sky Boys, the Delmore Brothers. So listen and think about what distinguished these groups from other early country performers, like the folks that you're hearing in the Bristol sessions. And think about why the Monroe brothers in particular stood out in this crowd. I think Rosenberg gives us some good clues as to why that's the case. If you have time, take a look at the film Show Here Tonight. There's a link to it in the assignments document in this module. This film explains and then shows, through a sort of historical recreation of a medicine show, how early country musicians brought vernacular music and commercial hillbilly entertainment to rural audiences throughout the United States. And one thing I especially like about this film is that it shows how white and black musicians in the early 20th century were often playing the same songs and playing music together. Bill Monroe's experiences learning from and playing with the black fiddler and guitarist Arnold Schultz is an example of the amazing music that can come from this kind of collaboration. And Bill Monroe has always cited his early experiences playing with Schultz as the way that the blues got into his playing, which it's a big part of that for sure. So as you finish up this week and work on your Wikipedia article, make sure you read through all the information in the research and the resources module, especially the guide to finding reputable sources. I hope you have a great week. Please email me if you have any questions. Thanks.